Hello. Welcome to the CamijoKnit podcast. Today it is episode 18. Can't believe it actually, 18 episodes. Today it is Friday, February 5th. That's a very hard date to say if you're not a native English speaker, or that TH sounds is hard. February is also hard to say. February, Friday 5th. It is so cold here in Denmark. We have had some really low temperatures, a little bit of snow, but really freezing outside. But also we have had some really nice sunshine, so it's all good. I like it when the winter is actually acting like winter. And at the same time, because March feels just around the corner, so that feeling of spring being close just feels really good. And it makes winter more acceptable for me anyway. Today I have lots of stuff here gathered to show you guys. I didn't have time to actually make a plan for this episode because I've been extremely busy with work. My students are doing like a huge assignment this week, and yeah, all my spare time just went with them and helping them, and that has been a lot of fun. But I also had to work all day today, so I just got off from work and I didn't have time to do show notes. So we're just gonna do this freestyle version. The first thing that I want to share with you today is that I have actually shown this cardigan before, but not the one that I have here. But I have a friend in Sweden, and she gave birth to a girl, Anna, in October. And because she's was born in the fall, I wanted to make her a cardigan. I wanted to make her the baby bubble cardigan. But since winter was just around the corner, I just really wanted to make it thicker, or more chunky, or so I wanted to do the baby bubble cardigan, but in a DK weight. So I did one for her, just calculating the one size that I needed, like a newborn size. And then once she got a little older, I did a 3 months size, and now she grew out of that. So I have been actually working on turning that into a pattern that'll go from newborn to 3 years. And I just told Sarah the other day I'm gonna make her one in every size until she's 3. I just finished this one. And it was supposed to be a size 6 or 9 months, but I messed up. I did some extra rows of increases without thinking, and all of a sudden it was a size 12 months. So it starts out as a 9 months and it ends out as 12. It doesn't matter, it's fine. The proportions are just perfect. I'm really liking how the baby bubble cardigan is turning out in the DK weight yarn. I thought it would be easy to just kind of, when I had the pattern already, just turning it into DK weight, but it was not as easy. Of course I can use the explanations and stuff like that from the old pattern, but it was a whole new set of math. It has just been sent to my Danish testers yesterday and some today. And as soon as I get the pattern translated into English, I will be looking for English testers as well. I don't need testers for all sizes. I just need some native English speakers to, work the pattern and see if I explain things the right way and if I've missed something in the translation and stuff. This cardigan is, I knit this in 2 strands of yarn. I would have totally picked a DK weight yarn, but I didn't have 2 skeins of any DK weight yarn in the same color. I'm kind of a 1 skein person. I fall in love with a color, just buy 1 skein. I need to in the future be better at kind of buying sweaters worth of yarn instead of just 1 skein. I have so many one skein wonders here in my stash back here. I have plans with some of it, but like this one I got from Birkenbau. which is called Princess Peach with glitter. I'm just feel so bad I didn't buy more than one, because this is just some of the most gorgeous yarn. I almost cried when I opened this. It has some stellina, so it's like a golden. And then, yeah, well, anyway, I need to be better at that. But since I didn't have 2 skeins of yarn with the DK weight, and I need more than one for this size. You need like not even 1.5 skein. But I really wanted to use some of my hand-dyed yarn, so what I did was that I took just 1 skein of this Vesu from Birg & Beo, and this one is called Paint Eater, so it just has like small speckles here and there, kind of like a neon. So it's a gray base with some neon speckles. Really like this one, but since I didn't have enough to use 2 strands of this, I just took a neutral colored sock yarn. I used the Danish brand from Filcolena called Avetta, just a neutral off-white called Marzipan, and I knit that together with this one. And actually I think it's the perfect way to actually use some of that gorgeous hand-dyed yarn without spending a fortune, because you come a long way with just 1 skein of fingering weight yarn, and then you can add a cheaper solid color. And if you go more crazy with the speckled, or go more crazy with the hand-dyed color and a more, you know, subtle solid color for the cheaper yarn, you get a lot of that same effect from the hand-dyed yarn, but you don't have to pay for 2 skeins of hand-dyed. So I actually think this is the perfect a little bit of both worlds, and using up some of that hand-dyed yarn, and at the same time not spending all that money. I'm really loving how this is turning out. I showed you the last time that I'm also working on another Anna's Bubble cardigan in green. I don't know where that is, but I will be sending this to Sweden very soon to my friend. And what I really wanted to make or design is like a baby hat in bubbles, but I have never done like baby hats before, so I really need to do some research on how to do that construction. But I think that would be cute, so when you knit something for a baby, you can knit both the cardigan and maybe a little hat. I think that would be very cute. That was my first finished object, and the other finished object that I have is actually embarrassing, because I should have never given Lars his socks before I had the chance to show you. They are here, but I gave them to him like a week ago, and he wore them like almost every day since. So I'm gonna go back here because then you won't be able to see all the hair and stuff. But I can do like this. This was the color Nocture from Frovelbo that I got for my Christmas calendar. I just added some black Avetta for the heel, just to make some contrast. I did 64 stitches, which is like kind of my go-to amount. And actually Lars would have liked them to be a little bit more tight here, because his cuff is really slim. He's a very tall, slim guy. So in the future, I will be decreasing a little bit before doing the cuff. I work these toe up. And I really enjoy actually working my socks toe up, especially if I want to use up all the yarn of a certain skein. And also when I do the afterthought heel, it really doesn't matter if you do them toe up or cuff down, it's the exact same thing. The only thing I would say is when you do them toe up, it's harder to get the cuff to binding off. If you bind off like normally, usually that bind off will be a little bit more tight than when you cast on stitches. That's the only difference actually. So if I just have a skein of yarn and I don't have to worry about being enough, I think I would prefer actually knitting them cuff down. But for the project that I have here, it's perfect to do it toe up. and someone asked me if I would actually do a tutorial on that, and that is definitely my plan. So for these socks, hold on, let me just slide that wire back here. Okay, so for these socks, I just picked out some of the mini skeins from Ravelry's my advent calendar. And I was just crazy in love with this minty speckled. It's like a mint green and it has some orange speckles. So I knew I wanted this for toe, heel, and cuff. And then what I want to do is just, I took this one, this mustardy, I don't even know if that's a mustardy, but more like a caramel maybe, squirrel kind of color. And I'm just gonna knit with this until I'm out of this. And then I picked out two others, this purple one and this beigey speckled one. So it'll be heel, cuff, toe with the minty, and then just knit the whole skein of this, and then the whole skein and the whole skein of this. So it's like a wide stripes like this. I'm just crazy in love with these colors. It took me a little while to actually pick out the 4 that I like the best, because I have so many mini skeins from that Christmas calendar that I just, yeah, I loved all of them. So this is the, you know, the TV project, the bring along with me knitting. Not that I'm going anywhere, actually. We're not going anywhere these days, except I'm going to the summer house soon. And we just, yeah, so in the car, of course, when we actually do go somewhere, I knit on my socks. And yeah, something about socks, I just like to have always a pair casted on so I can take with me and have some mindless knitting. Okay, so apart from the socks, and there are no rush with the socks, they're just there, and someday they are done. It's no rush. Okay, let me show you the progress on my Sella sweater, because I think I actually came a long way since the last time. Yeah, and it's, once it's washed and blocked, this will all come out and look so much better, but it has been, it's done. I'm working on the sleeve. I just need, I think, 10 more rounds of ferrule on the sleeve, and then I will continue with the solid color. It looks purple on screen. It's really not that purple. Yeah. It looks better off camera. And once this will block out, it will be perfect. I just put this on Nomi the other day, and it will be just fine. And I think, yeah, options are open for keep it. I think I actually, now that I see it, I think I talked about this before. Maybe I did do, maybe I don't think it was finished down here when I talked about it the last time. But progress are being made. It just, I had to put it on pause for a little while because something a little bit more urgent came up. Someone is having a baby soon. I can't say too much about that, but yeah, I know she won't be that big. So I'm knitting this tiny baby bubble cardigan, and this is not the DK weight. This is a small version. I'm knitting the newborn size, but I'm going down a needle size. So instead of a 3mm needle, this is a 2.75, just to make sure that it's tiny. And I'm so happy about the yarn, because this yarn was gifted to me think a year and a half ago. And Bettina from A Knitter's World gave me the yarn for me to test. I think I actually kind of asked her if I could have a skein of yarn. And this is 50% silk and 50% camel. And it is insanely soft. Bettina is a hand dyer, and she has like some of the most luxury yarn in her shop. And she gave me this skein of yarn. I think it is undyed actually. And I have just been waiting for the right project. I didn't want to just cast on something and do something, you know, I wanted to be the right thing. And I knew I wanted it to be something for a baby, but I didn't, you know, just making a totally new design. I wasn't really there. I had so many designs already in my head and in my books and plans made for that. So like making a new baby pattern was just not something that I was going to do right now. And then because this baby is being born, I just knew that I had like a newborn baby wearing silk, and this soft camel was just perfect. So I decided to use this gorgeous yarn for this teeny tiny baby bubble cardigan, and it is just gorgeous. So I'm so happy that I'm finally using this yarn, and I hope for some beautiful pictures I can send to Bettina, and she can see that I actually did make use of a yarn finally. Another thing that I'm working on, and I think I have actually shown this before, is that I had so many leftovers from this baby alpaca from Basic Yarn. Let me just show you this baby alpaca. This is also a Danish, Basic Yarn is a Danish brand, but I think you can actually buy that almost everywhere. I don't know. But I had some leftover brown. And now I'm thinking why I have leftover brown, and I cannot remember. Maybe I did some baby something a long time ago. I had some leftover yellow, some leftover neutral, and some leftover purple. And I also had some leftover, I think this is a silk merino blend, also from Basic Yarn. And I have used some of this silk in my first A Baby Blanket for Francis blanket. And but since I have something left still, and I know this baby is coming, I am working on another baby blanket for Francis. But instead of doing garter stitch, no, instead of doing stockinette, I'm doing garter. So this is how it's looking so far. It's hard to show. Maybe it's better if I hold it back here. So I'm just striping like the pattern says. I'm doing totally exactly like the pattern says, except that I'm doing the garter stitch instead of stockinette, and it gives it a little extra thickness and squishiness, and I just love garter stitch. You know, I just did the Calmas mittens and the Calmas hat in garter stitch, and there's just something about that squishiness that I really like. And at the same time, you just knit back and forth and back and forth. So this is the perfect TV knitting. Sometimes when I look at knitting, I can see, oh yeah, I remember I watched James Bond when I did these stripes. Do you know that feeling? So me and Lars and Esther we have been watching James Bond for the last couple of evenings, and since I have seen these movies before, it is perfect to just do some mindless knitting while you watch the lovely Daniel Craig. For me, he is the perfect James Bond. I hope they talk about exchanging him, or did he say actually that he was not going to do any more James Bond movies? Do you know? And do you know who they're going to cast instead? Do you have a favorite? I heard someone talk about that guy from Bridgerton. I forgot his name, the one that marries the sister in the first one, or in this season, that they talk about him being the new James Bond. I wouldn't mind. Anyway, this is progress on my baby blanket for Francis. And I think I have to do 9 stripes before I start the decreasing. And I have 6 stripes. I might add some more, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You can keep adding stripes until you have the size that you want, and then you just start the decreasing once you get the size, once you have the size you want. So this is really, I really love to knit on this because it's easy, and then when you have the right combination of yarns, like alpaca and silk, and it's just so soft, and you get somewhere because it's on a 4mm needle, so it's flying. And this is something about having your project in a cute basket. And I take this to the living room along with this cute little baby cardigan. So right now this is actually my #1 projects. Lars asked me once, why is there a difference between knitting on this and knitting on that? Isn't it the exact same thing you do? You knit and move stitches from one needle to the other needle. Why can it be more fun to knit on this than this? And I don't know. That's just the way it is. Sometimes something just feels better, or the yarn feels better, or the colors, or I don't know what it is. But right now I just really enjoy these 2 projects. Maybe it's because they all like look good together and the colors match. I don't know what it is. But that is actually the stuff that I'm working on right now. And I think I'm not gonna cast on for anything new until these projects are done. The Marcella sweater really needs to be done because I really need to get that blocked and see how that all looks before, you know, I have written the pattern for all sizes, I think. And yeah, before I can send it to test, I just need to have this done and blocked and make sure that the calculations that I have done for all the other sizes are good. And yeah, that takes a little while, so I really need work-wise to get that done. And also because it has been such a long time since Petra sent me all the yarn, and I feel guilty for not having that done. That's the worst thing about work-related knitting, is that if I'm in a collaboration with someone, I just feel so stressed that, you know, I want to do my part, and sometimes things just take a long time, and sometimes you did mistakes and you have to change and blah blah blah. It takes a long time. So anyway, today I went to the printer to get my patterns on print for the Danish yarn stores, and it's always exciting to go get them. So today I got the birch bubble, and it's funny because this is like family members. So yeah, of course this is Nomi, and the Pillomas mittens are done, and of course that is Esther. And here on the picture I just knit the bubble head with the same yarn. And this is the Melon sweater, and of course this is not a family member, this is Ina. She test knitted this for me, and I just think she looks gorgeous in this. She made it more fitted and on a gorgeous body like Ina's. I think that looks really good. So I put her on the front. I have some pictures of me on the inside, but I just couldn't compete with Ina there on the front. I am in here. And I'm wearing it today because I really love this sweater. I asked this morning on Instagram if anyone had any questions, and Johanna asked me what my favorite knitting was, or pattern that I had made, my favorite design. And Actually, I'm wearing them today, so I will be talking a little bit about the Gisela show a little later. Then I had the Kelmas hat and mittens. So when you buy them as a download, you buy either the hat or the mitten. But in the store, you buy both. Because having them printed, it costs the same if I print 8 pages or 4. So it just makes more sense to put both the patterns in one, and then you just buy both. And the Yo Adrian is also complete. And this has been published. The last time I podcasted was the day I published the Melancholy sweater, and 2 days later I published the Yo Adrian. And Adrian actually knit one as well. I taught him how to knit, and I think a week later he had done a Yo Adrian. That's pretty cool. And the Nina cardigan actually has been published for a long time, but I just I don't get the patterns printed before I have like more than one, because it's too expensive to just have one pattern sent to the printer. So when I have like multiple copies, it's cheaper for me. So if you are a yarn store and you want some of these for your shop, don't hesitate, just write me. Yeah, I have something else new in this shop. Some people laugh, that's fine, but others like me will know that this is actually pretty cool. I need to show you on something that'll hold this. Okay, so I have made these. This is hard to, can you see if I do like this? I don't know, it's hard to show actually. Maybe I should put it on back. Okay, so I had these small progress keepers made. I don't know how to show this, but I have like a babushka. There is a fly in here. Anyway, I'm not sure how I can show this. Is this better? Okay, so I have 3 different kinds. They're all in this shop. This one is the babushka. I use them for when I'm like knitting a blanket or crocheting a blanket or something like that, just to put in when I start, and then when you have knit the whole night, you could actually see, okay, I actually did do something today. And because sometimes it just looks like you didn't get anywhere. And I know a friend of mine who crochets, she puts this in the last stitch. Is that called a stitch when you crochet? Anyway, so it doesn't fall off the needles. It just kind of clips this to the stitch and into some of the crochets you already done, so it's not running anywhere. And I had 3. I can get more and different colors if people are interested. The Yummy Bears I can get in all kinds of colors. Isn't it cute? I think they're so cute. These are very light. This one is a little bit more heavy. This one is very, very light. And the last one I have is the Geisha girl. Look, she's so tiny. You know what? It's hard to show on the camera like this. So go to the shop and look for the progress keepers if you really want to see better pictures. And I also have them on my Instagram. But I just wanted to show you because I just had an update in there with some of the light bulb stitch markers in different colors. And also some of these progress keepers I just thought was fun. And I'm actually working on some more stitch markers for the shop. I am also out of the XL stitch markers, which are these like big ones for when you have, oh look, my forehead, like that shows off. Good. So this is for the bigger needles, like 10 millimeters or even bigger. I'm not sure, I don't remember on the top of my head. And Okay, I have something that I just got this. The delivery guy was just here with some new fabric for new project bags. I'm almost sold out of all the corduroy bags. I have 2 left of the blue, and with this purple, in this shop, this purple looks very bright. It's really not that bright. But yeah, I had 2 left of this blue with the purple, and I have 2 left in the mustard corduroy, one with brown lining and one with the lighter brown, not lining, lining. So I thought, maybe I should get some more corduroy to send to the shop where they are made. And I have 2 new colors, and the first one is this one. This is Rouge. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call this in the shop. Help me out. It shows up the color really well. What would you call this color? Do you have a good name? But I'm just crazy in love with this color. Then I got some more of the blue corduroy that I already have in the bag right there. Another color. This is like an army green. Like a faded, they call it army green. I'm not sure what I would call it. Actually, it doesn't matter what I would call it. But yeah, this is just, I think this is very cool. I'm totally in love with army. My favorite bag that I use for work every day is made of some army fabric that was actually left over from the war. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep one in this color. Then I have some more of the mustard. Does it look green on screen? It does a little bit. It's really not green at all. It's very warm, mustardy yellow. And last one, the caramel, which is like more of a warm chestnutty brown. Yeah. No, it's not caramel, it's camel. Okay, that makes more sense. So they call this the camel color. So very soon we will have some new project bags. Which one is your favorite? Do you like the camel, mustard, army? I think I've called this petrol, or the red. Give me a good name for the red instead of red. Would you just say rouge? That's what they call it here. It says rouge. If you have another good name. So which one of these 5 is your favorite? Let me know. I don't know. I really am crazy in love with all of them. And I have some new linen. Actually, I think I'm saying that wrong too. Linen is, you call it lining, right? When it's the inside is called lining, and a certain fabric that I have so this is linen and the inside is lining, right? Am I right? I still have 2 of the linen ones in green, 2 in blue, 2 in nude. They're so soft and really nice. Okay, let me show you the linen. I know some of you are gonna write me and say I'm doing this all wrong. Okay, so this is the first one. This is like a sage with white and mustardy flowers, and I think I'm gonna put this along with the camel or the navy. Then I have this, which is like a ton of speckled flowers. And I think this is just absolutely gorgeous with the, actually with army. And also very cute with the ruche. Then I did an experiment because I just really thought this was so pretty. Right? I don't know yet what bag I'm going to put this on. Maybe with some, I have some more corduroy that I'm going to use for some smaller project bags. So maybe this will be the lining for that. And then I have some more of the brown that I have had in some of the earlier project bags because that just looks good with everything. And then I ordered some of the baby corduroy. I'm not sure how you say that in English, but you can tell that the stripes in the fabric are like so slim, and I think that's very cute for the small project bags. So we're gonna have some small project bags made in this baby corduroy. And we're also having some made in the army. So I haven't even told my aunt yet that I'm gonna send her all this fabric, but yeah, she's going to love having something to do, I think, I hope. Anyway, so I hope you are excited about the new corduroy. I know I am extremely excited about the new corduroy. Every time I get new project bags, I pick out the one I want, and then usually it sells pretty fast, and then I'll go, okay, well, next time. And then there was I have some project bags that are pink with gold dots, and I'm crazy about that one. I have still a few of them left in the large size, but I only had one made in the small size, and I knew I wanted that, and that was just sold like that. So, and sometimes I get project bags and I think, there was the first time I had project bags made, there was one that I was kind of like, not sure that's gonna sell, and it did. So it's just funny and good to have a huge variety of bags, so we can all get the stuff we want. I know that I love the corduroy. I think my mom's generation is more like, been there, done that. We're not going to go back to corduroy. And yeah, so I think it's funny to have different kinds and different colors, and not just have like one look and be very minimalistic. I'm not very good at that. So we're just going to go with the flow. I'm just going to, I just pick out whatever I want, and then we see. But yeah, I'm crazy about project bags, so as long as you buy some, I'll keep making them, or have someone make them for me. Anyway, me babbling. When I start to babble, it's usually because I've been talking too long, and I can see when I look at my phone, I have already been talking for 40 minutes. So it is time for me to wrap this up. I'm just desperately looking to see if I forgot something. Yes. Someone asked me if I would say a little bit about my Hobonichi. The Hobonichi is a Japanese calendar, and what I really like about this calendar is you can take it out of this. I can do that just to show you, maybe. Whoops. So this is just a cover where you put your Hobonichi inside. It looks like this. This is the cousin. You can get different sizes, and the cousin is just because I think this is the biggest size you can get, and I want room for drawing, painting. I do decorate my pages, and when I publish something, I put like a little sticker. So the day I published the Adrian, I put a little sticker of him in there with the hat. And I use it all also like this, so you can see, okay, what projects am I working on? This is the patterns I sent to the printer. But what I really like about the Hobonichi is that I'm just trying to find pages that are not all done. Hold on. Okay. So this is, for example, this is the month of July. I don't think I have anything here yet. So there's a little square for every day of July, which I use that for like birthdays or vacation, or if there's something I know. And this is, I'm just checking I don't have any secrets or anything here. Okay, so this is like a week. I can show you a blank page. So there will be like a week, and you have like a column for every day of the week. I use this for planning my week, like work, knitting. So what am I working on? I have like here in this side, you can see that I write here what knitting do I have, what do I have to do work-wise this week. So here it says I have to translate the melancholy. I need to translate sugar socks, still have done that. I need to write the Calmus hat. And so that's how I use my weeks. And also I do some painting with watercolor. I really like that. So, and let me see if I can find an example of, because then, except apart from having like a month overview and the week, you have a page for every day. So the planning I do for the month and for the week, and then the page is just like journaling. Maybe I write if we did something, or like yesterday we painted the living room, so I just wrote painting the living room. I did some sketching. I wrote down if I had a finished object, or how is it going on Instagram, how is it going on YouTube. And I just bought a printer that can actually print my pictures, and it has like on the back, it's like a sticker. Maybe I should show you that printer, because that is actually pretty neat. Hold on. Yeah, so this is the printer. It is the Canon Selphy 10 something. I forgot exactly what it's called. I'll put that down in the show notes. And what you do is you just kind of push here in the back, and it opens, and you put down the paper, and you get like 10 sheets of paper along with mini like mini inks that you put in the side. So you always have ink for exactly 10 pictures. And then when you get new paper, it comes with new ink. And I have only printed one picture because they were out of the paper, so there was only like 3 papers in this printer. Anyway, you just you kind of connect this to your phone, and then you go through your pictures, and you download this app for the printer, and you can work with layout, and you can have like multiple pictures on the same piece of paper. I can't even show you the size of the paper because it's inside. Oh, maybe I can just open it. And then you have the paper here. This is the size. And on that one piece of paper, you can have 4 pictures if you like. And what I like about it is that if I take a picture, I can take off the back and I can put it in my calendar, and I have like turned the picture into a sticker. And yeah, I really enjoy that for when I publish a pattern. I can print a picture of the pattern and put it in my calendar and just kind of have that whole thing in the same book. In a way, I like that. So that's my latest gadget. And of course it is pink, because actually it was because the pink one was at the store where I got it was just cheaper than the other ones. You can have it like white, or I think even black or mint. And yeah, no, I'm just not gonna mess with it right now. Thank you so much for watching episode number 18 of the CamijoKnit podcast. I really am so happy that so many of you have started to follow me or subscribe here. It's not following, it's Instagram. That so many of you have subscribed to my channel. That means a lot. We're getting closer to the 1,000, which is the magic number for YouTubers, because that is where you get registered with YouTube and you can actually make some money off from your podcast. And of course, that is also a goal. You can find me on YouTube. Of course you can, you just found me. You can find me on Instagram as CamijoKnit and everywhere else. And make sure to stop by the shop if you wanted to see the new progress keepers. Let me know which was your favorite corduroy, and also let me know what we should call the ruche corduroy. We need a better name than that. And oh, I totally forgot I was going to talk about the okay. So Johanna asked me what my favorite design was that I ever made, and I think that the Gisela shawl is my favorite design for many reasons. One, I just think the idea of combining two types of fabric, two types of colors, and having this lace weight, and together with the more rustic garter stitch. And then because you fold it in half and you wear it like this, it kind of gets this 3D effect of this lacy, soft on top of the dark. The idea for the Gisela shawl, I got the idea at the ballet. I think I have talked about this before, a long time ago. I think maybe in episode 1. I was in the ballet with my friend Mette, and we saw the Giselle, which is a ballet. And it was it's kind of boring actually, because the ballet was visiting Aarhus, so it wasn't at the Royal Theatre in Copenhagen where they can, you know, change the scene and stuff all the time. So it was like, and not a lot was going on stage except for the ballet itself, and that was gorgeous and wonderful. And the costumes were amazing and the dancers were amazing. There's no criticism there, but it was just, I needed a little bit more to distract me. And because they're not talking, I could talk a lot to Mette during the ballet. And she was like, shh, we can talk about it later. But what was going on in my head was that I saw these ballerinas that had like layers and layers and layers, you know, their dresses were like layers of, I don't know what that fabric is called in English, never mind. But their dresses was kind of fading from dark to very light pink, like a dark lavender gray to a more pink. And the only thing I was thinking was, how can I incorporate that into a design? And how can I make something so light with that much fluffiness to it? And then I started thinking about doing like one part on top of the other part. So I wanted the first layer to be transparent, so you can kind of see that second layer through the first layer. So I was experimenting with that, but I still wanted it to be one piece. So the Giselle is knit in one piece. You start here. So the whole first part is just knitting back and forth and back and forth. And then when you come to this part, you just change the yarn. And when you do the decreases, you start knitting this diamond shaped lace pattern. And it's not hard. It's not hard at all. You just need a little patience. It takes a little while, of course, to do this part. This part is a silk mohair from Langyans. This one. And the black is Fino from Manos del Uruguay, and it is the colorway Morning. You can, someone asked me if they could just do the lace part or could they just do the gray part. Of course you can. So if you only want to do the lace part, you just cast on that amount of stitches. It tells you in the pattern how many stitches you have when you are here midway. And then you just do the increased part with the lace. And this is the shawl I wear the most and that I love the most. For a long time it was in the yarn store where I live on display, but I had to take it home because it is my favorite design. And I'm very proud of this because I have not seen anything like this anywhere else. So I think it's pretty unique. And I love the size, and I love the shape, and I love how it feels, and that it's thick, and I love everything about this Giselle shawl. So if you want to give yourself something amazing, maybe I should do kits. Let me know if you would be interested in the shop. I could totally make the combination with the yarn and the silk mohair. I have a few kits already in the shop. Not that many. That was it for today. Sorry about the babbling. I hope you will enjoy your weekend, and thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me again here at the CamijoKnit podcast. I'm very happy that you want to join me. And I will talk to you in 2 weeks. I'm thinking about doing a little vlogging when we go to the summer house in a few weeks. But yeah, the podcast will be there again, no matter what, in 2 weeks from today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye, guys.